Good morning, fam. Welcome to the pull list. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you are rested, relaxed, and you're ready to go. You know what this is. Saturdays, we talk about comic books. It's been a great week. It's been a great, awesome week for pulls. Sorry for the noise outside my room. I have a roommate who decided to game in the living room. No fault on his. It's just going to be a little loud. There's no perfect time for me to record unless it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I kind of have to sleep. So here we are. But that's enough of that. Let's talk about the comics that we got this week, because there was a massive pull and it was kind of hard for me to narrow down, and then it got really easy for me to narrow down because I got super nostalgic about my childhood, about the good memories, about the cartoons I watched, the shows that came on, the movies and everything. And so it became very easy for me to, have a solid recommendation for you this week. So buckle up, kiddies. Get your Transformer shirt on like I have, or if you even have one, and let's do this. First off, I love the Transformers growing up. I've always loved giant mechs. So giant sentient robots that can transform into anything, roll around and cause massive destruction. For me as a child, I was in heaven. I loved it. Loved it. So with that being said, one of my favorite books out now is Transformers, and that's Transformers Lost Light. Speaking of light, you can probably see the reflection on there. Sorry. Man, I'm really liking this one. I'm actually liking this one a lot better than Transformers Optimus Prime. The reason I'm enjoying this one so much is it's a lot funnier. It's a lot more human, as it were, which is weird to say when you're talking about giant robots. But you have Rodimus and Crew, which features Megatron and a bunch of offshoots of other Transformers that you may have never heard of, as they are on a mythical quest for a cyber utopia, the lost Knights of Cybertron and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's not going so well for them. Lost Light is, this issue of Lost Light was actually really good. It's really interesting. Rodimus and Crew are trapped on another planet, back on the Necropolis planet. Whirl and Crew are kind of screwed right now because basically Whirl, being so impulsive, has unleashed his nemesis, someone he's never actually beaten before. And Whirl's in a world of hurt. The crew on Necropolis are in trouble, while Rodimus and Crew, stuck on an alternate dimensional Cybertron, are also kind of screwed. Everybody's screwed right now. Yay! But actually, this is really good. Childhood memories are fulfilled in this one because it's, like I said, human. It's personable. It's humorous. It is just awesome, awesome, awesome reading. I definitely recommend this one if you love Transformers and you love giant robots and you like a little humor in between your action. My next one is, I started off with the movies, and then they had a horrible, horrible animated show. And then they had an awesome, awesome show on USA. That doesn't really describe it very well, but that's the best way I could preface before I really got into this one. I'm talking about a series where immortals fought one another. They basically, went at it sword to sword, man to man, with the whole goal of being the only one left, the last immortal standing, hoping to claim some mysterious, awesome prize. Who knows what that prize was, because that series just kept going and going, and more immortals kept getting introduced instead of getting the numbers getting dwindled down. So I don't know what the prize is. Nobody knows what the prize is. But hopefully we can find out in Highlander, the American Dream. I love Highlander. The McClouds are some of the quintessential badasses. And it also kindled my love for Sean Connery thanks to the movies. So when I saw The American Dream, it made so much sense to me to grab this one and pick this one up. Basically, in this one, you have a stranger who is now seeking out Connor McCloud. It's the end of days. It's almost like to the end of Immortals, according to this book anyway. The mortals are almost done. There's few of them left. They're going to have the final confrontation, and this stranger comes knocking, looking to talk to Connor one last time before this whole shindig kicks off. That's only like the first few pages of the book. The rest of the book is about a flashback back to the Civil War days, where the two immortals meet and as you know, there's always going to be something causing a little strife. In this case, there's a crazy immortal determined to take Connor's head, but that ain't happening. I don't know. I just don't know about this one. The reason I'm giving it a pass is because I love Highlander. I love the series. Let's put it this way. I love the USA series and the fact that they had Queen doing the damn intro every week. I know Queen was in the actual first movie, but you don't really get the same feeling of it when you watch the series versus the movie. You know what I mean. Just trust me on this one. But that brings me to my last book and the end of my rambling, so you guys can get on with the rest of your Saturday. I'm talking about this book. While it never had an original animated series, there was nothing tying this series to another series from back in the 90s. It reminds me of all of those old shows about kids lost in space. They steal a spaceship, or they just go off on a journey or something. That's what this show reminds me, or this series reminds me of. Like Space Cases, Lost in Space, shows like that. So when I saw this one, it just immediately spoke to me. Plus I've talked about this one a lot with you guys, so it shouldn't be a surprise. Joyride number 10. Just awesome books. Alright, well, the series is awesome. This one is pretty interesting just for the simple fact it answers one of my questions from the last few issues. What the hell happened to DeWitt? You know, Uma kind of went poof. Katrin disappeared. So what happened to DeWitt? Nobody knew. Well, we figured out. DeWitt basically is now a wanderer. He's going around righting wrongs, being the universal justice. And in this issue, one of the universal justices happens to be something personal for him. It's getting his family back. His brother, as it were. Because if you remember the last time he saw his brother kind of was a dick. Well, DeWitt's forgiving and he's determined to get Big Bro back. This entire issue is all told from like a central point where you're just listening to a lot of what DeWitt has to say in his head, who he is now that Uma is gone, who he's become, and who he feels he has to be. Awesome writing, awesome stuff. And it, just like I said, reminds me so much of those old shows where, you know, kids get lost in space or a family gets lost in space and they're doing everything they can to fight back against the horrors and the menace of outer space and all the alien races. Also, you kind of learn why that Earth has shut itself off in the first issue. It ain't pretty. Ain't pretty at all. Like a shark. Yeah. But definitely my recommendation. Last poll for the week. Those are my books. Those are my suggestions. And it's about to get kind of loud in here because he's still super gaming hard in there. So I am out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Let me know what you think of us putting this up at an earlier time. I'm going to do some more experimenting. I might even do a little smaller format on Instagram. Actually, that's a good idea. We'll try that out. Like this video, comment, subscribe. Hit the links below for a little social media interaction. Let me know what's up. Love you guys. Be safe, be easy, be good to one another. Thank you, a million times thank you. See ya, fam.